Hey everyone, my name is Darius Ford, and I am recording this for CRM 715, which is our capstone course. So before I get started, I want to just point out that although I really like this sweatshirt, I have ordered a new Wake Forest sweatshirt, so that is what you'll be seeing me wearing in the next few videos that I make. So hopefully I don't get any points taken off for this direct violation of treason wearing this sweatshirt. So, but yeah, so you'll see the new sweatshirt coming up soon. So currently I reside in Raleigh, North Carolina. That is also where I grew up. Went to elementary school, middle school, and high school in Raleigh. I went to East Carolina University in Greenville, North Carolina, where I did or completed my undergrad and got my bachelor's in kinesiology. So outside of that, within my professional experiences, I worked at Wake Med Hospital for 3 years, where I was a wound care tech. So I dealt with pretty much any wound you can think of, really more so pertaining to infectious diseases like diabetic ulcers that turned into infected wounds. I was responsible for long-term care of those certain wounds or amputations and taking care of the post-operational amputation wounds if they did develop them because of their diabetes or the infections that may develop after a surgery. So I did that and I really enjoyed it actually. And that gave me my real initial passion for infectious diseases specifically. So I then later on went into the clinical research field and I have been in this field for 5 years now. I've worked mainly at CROs such as PPD and Syneos Health. Recently, I was a senior project specialist at Syneos Health and moved up to a project manager position there where I managed full service global infectious disease trials. I also sat in and managed a few of the COVID trials as well that are still ongoing. But I recently took a new position as a senior project manager at Metadata. Many of you know that is the owner, the company owner of certain systems such as Metadata Rave and CTMS. So Metadata is one of the leading medical clinical research technology companies in the world because of those platforms that I just mentioned. So there, as a senior project manager, I am responsible for managing the products and the services that we provide to CROs and pharmaceutical companies. So I am responsible for managing systems like the EDC and the CTMS and making sure that the data and the systems themselves are running smoothly so that the data management teams at those said companies can operate and function properly and ultimately getting those interventions approved through the FDA due to clean data, which is also due to good management of the data. So data management obviously is extremely important to me, and it was a no-brainer to take this role, and I'm excited to take it on. So I've been doing that for the past month, and it's been a real pleasure to sit there and to soak up all of those new management styles and the new systems. From this side of things, I've only worked in the project management and clinical side really for the past 8 years, and for the past 5 of those being in project management. So it's really cool to stay in project management, but to look at it from a different side or a different angle. So my short to long-term goals is to be a director at a pharmaceutical company such as Moderna or Pfizer. I mentioned those because they are the recent pharma companies that we've heard in the news a lot, which they rolled out the new vaccines for COVID. So I do want to sit in a position as a director to manage the clinical side of things on the pharma side as opposed to the CRO side. And then a long-term goal is to be a chief operational officer for small startup biotech companies. So that's kind of a long-term goal for me. I think management is important. So In my free time, I like to work out and run, which are the same things, but I enjoy physical exercise. But paired with that, I enjoy reading a lot too, because I think that even more important than physical health is mental health. So I like to keep a balance between those two, especially with what's going on now in the world. I think it's even more critical than ever to, if anything, make sure that you are exercising your mental as much as you can, because mental health is extremely important right now. And then a little bit more of the fun things that I like to do. Me and my girlfriend are both foodies, although she's way more healthier than me. We like to try new restaurants at least once a month. Obviously, COVID has kind of shaken up that plan, but hopefully when we get back to the new normal in the world, we'll be back to trying new restaurants and traveling. So that's a little bit about me, and I've met most of you, but if I haven't, it's really good to meet you, and I hope everybody has a really successful semester. Thanks.